Hello and welcome to Wow Words of Wisdom. Bonnie, how you doing?
I'm good, Dada. Good to see you this week. I
Bunzi?
couldn't come last week. We had rolling out power outages where I am. So, unfortunately, I couldn't be in last week's episode, but I'm back today.
Fantastic. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Dada.
Bunzi, how you doing? I know I'm working you to death.
Uh, yep. But I'm surviving. I'm made of steel, so definitely got it going. Otherwise, I'm
Okay,
fantastic.
made
Fantastic.
of steel. The
Yep.
black version of Superman.
Yep. Definitely. It's in my blood. It's in my lineage. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well,
How
what
are
are we
you,
going to see
Dada?
today? Oh, I'm doing fine. Doing fine. All excited. A little teary eyed about this is the last episode of my South African trip. But
Yeah.
I have a very strong feeling that the viewing audience is not going to let that end. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to see today?
So today we are concluding the trip. This is where the part of the trip now where we took you guys back to the airport. But before we took you to the airport, we had a little detour in Umtata. Bonnie, you want to tell us something about Umtata? What's significant about it?
Well, Mtata is a very special place. It's the birthplace of most of our struggle heroes. Uh, Nelson Mandela is born and bred in Mtata. Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela is from Mtata. Our very own Banzi is from
Yeah.
Mtata. And even my mother is also from Mtata. So Mtata is a very, very, very special place for us. We travel there very, very often. From where we are now, it's about 200 kilometers, and it's a very significant place. Also, the former Miss Universe was also from Mtata.
Oh, really?
Yes, Uzozi. She's actually from Banzi's village. She's a local village girl who's representing our country and Umtata in the world stage or in the universal stage.
Yeah. So it's part of Tata is part of the former Transkei. It used to be the capital city before the change of the apartheid government system were incorporated as part of South Africa. So it's known as the home of the legends. You know, some of the greats from all. If you talk about economy, they are there. They are from there. If you talk about musicians that lead, they come from the Transkei area. So it's a very significant town. My pastor used to say it missed the tender by 1% to give birth to Jesus. So it would have been the Jerusalem. So that's how significant it is. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna see today. Just a glimpse of the school, and we did just a little preview of the town. It was not part of the plan that we were gonna do it, so we just collected some clips from around people that took the clips from their phones. So you'll just see a small preview of the town, and then we get to see a local school, a school that I went to, my former high school. So I decided to take the guys to see it. So we'll get to see a little bit of it, and then yeah, we'll see everyone after that.
Bonzi, could you look and see? I'm looking on my Facebook and I don't see the live feed. Could you make sure that we're on?
Okay, just a sec.
Yeah, so while he's looking, Mtata is really a special place for us, and I think in this part of the trip was really not planned, because on this day we're coming from from Port St. John's, and we got an idea. I think that John, actually you came up with the idea of we should visit a school, you know. So we called the Queen Mother, Banzi's mom, who's a teacher at that school, and we're like, can we please bring some of our guests to your school? And you know, the principal was so gracious, and she said yes, you can come. And this was actually one of, I think for me, this is the most, was one of the precious, one of the best parts of this whole entire trip. And to think that we didn't even plan it, it wasn't part of the itinerary. But like you said, that once you are in sync with the Most High, once you're in the rhythm of the Most High, you know, these things just happen.
Wow. It's I was really excited. The kids made me feel like a celebrity. They really did. So Bunzy, do we have a live feed?
Just checking.
He's still working on it, and I think maybe while
He's still working on it.
yes, he's still figuring it out. Shame, it's these power outages are quite. Okay, Randy says that we are live on Facebook. Do you want to tell people that they can call in?
Oh, sure. You can call in. This is a call-in segment, and the number to call is it's on the screen, 817-851-1457. That's 817-851-1457 with any questions that you may have, any comments.
Okay, back.
So we are live on Facebook, Bunzy?
Yeah, we are live on Facebook as we are talking. So yeah.
Go ahead, producer, director.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we can either go to the clip that we've prepared for the audience.
Let's go to the clip.
Okay.
I am full. I can even
Mama Jennifer, she's like, I swear I thought she was gonna hug each and every single child. Mama Jennifer, like every child individually.
I'm supposed to go take a COVID test.
Oh. Okay. Is it only Sister Kim?
Yes, only.
The nice thing is the results you can just like say.
Well, how many hours do you need? Does that have to be? Is it valid?
Within 72
No,
hours.
take back for where she's going because she's still gonna have a layover in.
Shouldn't you have to wait in Jordan?
Is it better for you
When
to
are
do
you
it
leaving?
there?
When is it?
She's leaving on the 8th.
On the 8th.
This is John Bryant with Wow, Words of Wisdom. We're glad to see you back again. We're here to interview Bunzy and Bonnie. We are here in the city of Mandela. Tell us, what is the name of the city?
The name of the city is called Mthatha. It was named after the Mthatha River. The significance of it was the way back in the days people used to get buried. They were not put underground. They were put in the river, and they would say "Tate," meaning take it.
Take the dead body
the body away
down the river.
That's how the people used to be buried. So that's where the name comes from. So then it was named as Mthatha. But also that river was difficult to cross before. There was no bridge, so people used to cross, and it used to take people away. So then there was a negative connotation to that name because of that symbolism of death. Then they decided to change from Mthatha to Mthatha to remove the death element.
I think also you need to explain Tata is to take.
So to take. So now it's no longer to take. It's just Tata.
You know, we have talked about this series. I don't know when my producer is going to arrange this, but this is about a 15-part series, and we talked about the hidden link. So in this episode, we're going to share what the hidden link is, and we're going to talk about how you can find your hidden link. And we're going to do that by them giving us a little history about who they are and why this city is so important to them. You want to begin that, Bonnie?
Okay, no, Tata is the birthplace of my mother. So my ancestors from my mom's side lie in this ground. I connected to this place. My grandparents lived here. Whenever I used to come visit my grandparents, because as I don't know how it is in the diaspora, but in South Africa, when you during school holidays, or you go to your grandparents' house, don't go like on holiday with your family, go to your grandparents' house. So I've got fond memories of going to my grandparents' house in the township here in Mthatha. So this place it's really special to me. It also is a very significant place in terms of South Africa. It's called the Home of Legends. Nelson Mandela comes from here. Steve Biko comes from here.
Okay, we all know who Nelson Mandela is. Who is Steve Riggins? Who is he?
Steve Biko.
Biko.
Steve Biko is a struggle warrior during the apartheid years. He fought for us. He was one of our political leaders during the apartheid times. So he played a very significant role in apartheid and in the Bantus finally getting freedom.
Yeah, he's a black consciousness leader. He fought for, whilst Nelson Mandela fought for political freedom, he fought for mental freedom.
So there are two parts here. Mandela fought for political freedom, and
Steve Biko.
fought for
mental
freedom.
Melt.
So that's a hit, you guys, about the hidden link. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he was killed by being detained by the apartheid officers because he was considered more dangerous. Because there's nothing more dangerous as a black man that is free. And that's where
Another hint, free of the mind. Okay, so tell us about your parents and grandparents. And this is your history.
This is my hometown. This is where I reside along those hills. If you can see a pen over there, that's where my father is. That's where my grandparents are. We grew up here. The school that we went to, that's where I went to school. I stayed in the city. So this is,
And I don't know if I may have mentioned this in the other episodes, but he is a royalty. His great grandfather was beheaded by Queen Victoria because of some situations. And so he comes from a royal family, and his lineage can go all the way back 4 to 5 generations. That's another hint about the hidden link. We have discussed and talked about these things, but what is initially important is how do you feel about the hidden link, and what can you tell our viewing audience how to find theirs?
Yeah, so I think the hidden link is in its name. What has been hidden from one that will connect you to a greater destiny.
Say that again.
What has been hidden from you that once you've uncovered it will connect you to your greater destiny. So for us, it was a pleasure to have to come with you to show you what has been hidden from you whilst you were in America, so that once you see.
You are the one that will be guided.
Hello, hello. Words of wisdom. Well, I usually do the interviewing, but this young lady's going to interview me. Her name is Tango, and she's going to interview me for this show, Wild Words of Wisdom.
So, as I was asking you, how was the experience? You said you went to Johannesburg.
My personal experience was that everybody was warm, everybody showed love, and they greeted me with great hospitality.
That's what we do.
The greatest way I can tell you about the experience there is the food. The food was so good.
We know.
When I came here 2 weeks ago, this was flat. Now it's not flat.
Okay, thank you so much.
Come soon.
On the count of three, I want y'all to say wow. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Hey, on the count of three, I want y'all to say wow. 1, 2, 3. This is Johnny Bryant with Wow, Words of Wisdom, coming to you from Pennsylvania Comprehensive High School. And I'm interviewing, what is your name? The president? Tell me about the school and tell me how long you've been here.
I've been here 5 years. This is an amazing school with beautiful people, as you can see behind us. Yeah, we have a multi-diverse. We have learners who are good in academics, learners who are good in sports, learners who are excelling in singing, in arts. We do everything basically, cover everything.
Now, what about that dance group?
The dance group, next Friday is tradition month. This month is tradition month. So next Friday is our tradition day. We're going to be celebrating culture. That's why you see the Uber dancers dancing. We're going to have gambus dance. We're going to have the old days. We're going back to it with fully blowing now.
Okay, now, I'm a person like this. Once I connect with someone, I do not want to disconnect. So tell me how my podcast can stay connected with you.
We haven't created a page yet now, but then we can create a page. Now, if we're going to create the page, we're going to be Comprehensive High School. You're going to find us there. We're going to be on Instagram, we're going to be on Facebook, every social media platform. You're going to find us there.
Now, this show is going to be on Facebook Watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Instagram, and it's going to be on YouTube. And in the future, it's going to be on the Now Network, which is a national TV network.
Okay.
So y'all stay tuned. Look out for us. The name of the show is Wow, Words of Wisdom, where I'm your host, Johnny Bryant. Stay tuned.
Much love.
Huh? Okay, on the count of three, I want all of you to say wow. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Thank you.
Wow.
All I can say is wow.
Wow.
Oops. I've had a lot of comments, and a lot of the comments that I received was the videos, the clips of showing South Africa were very short. I have an answer for that, and the answer is the title of this whole show is The Hidden Link, and the hidden link is not physical, it's spiritual. And in the beginning of the video, I interviewed when I was interviewing you and Bunzy and Bonnie. You kind of gave a hint as to what the hidden link is. And Bunzy, you made a very profound statement about the hidden link. Do you remember what that statement was
Yeah.
or is? Could you
Um,
repeat that?
okay, I'm gonna try and repeat it, but for me, I was trying to say that it's what is hidden. It's what is once is it's revealed, then it links you to your destiny. So that which is hidden currently, once it is revealed, then it links you to your destiny.
Well, and Bonnie, you made a profound statement when we were getting ready to start the podcast. And what was that about the hidden link? What are your thoughts?
For me, the hidden link. I actually remember you asking me this question. You asked me this question on day one, hour one of you being in South Africa. You were like, "So, Bunny, what do you think is the hidden link?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was trying to figure out this man who's asking such deep questions, and I've only met him for like an hour. And after pondering over it, and by the end of the trip, I realized that the hidden link is that we need each other. You know, Dada, you came to South Africa. I was traveling with my niece. So you saw that niece aunt relationship. You came in and you were like a father. You were like a grandfather as a black man from America, which shows Ubuntu. Humanity. You came in. I think as black people, we have this ability of showing humanity and showing compassion and coming in and taking a role that is needed. So you came, you didn't know any of my family members, but you came and you made a huge impact on my family members who are not even on this trip. And so that showed me that, Sonini Nini, the Most High, sent Udadu Johnny from America, from Texas, to show us, my family in particular, a hidden link that we needed to know now personally in our family. And he did that through you. Out of all the men in South Africa, he chose you to show us to show us a hidden link that we needed to see in our own family. So I'm so grateful for you, Dada, and it shows that the hidden link is spiritual more than anything else. And I think the hidden link is different from person to person. My hidden link was someone coming to tell me something to reiterate something that the Most High has been saying to me and to confirm what the Most High has been saying for a long time. And I always ask myself, out of all the men in South Africa, none of them were worthy. But Utatu Johnny came from America, and revolutionized our family. So for me, the hidden link is that we need each other, and that even though you are hundreds and thousands of miles away, at the end of the day, we are one. Um, I'm your daughter, and you are my father. I respect you as I would my own father because we are one and we need one another. So that's my hidden link.
Wow. Well, Bonzi, could you put on the screen the telephone number? We if any of the viewing artists would have any questions or any comments, they can give us a call at 817-851-1457. Um, I am very moved by what you and Bonzi said in reference to me, but all the glory goes to our Most High. This trip was a very, very meaningful trip for me in that it allowed me to realize and see some things and feel some things that I had never felt. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted something to eat and you didn't know what it was? That's the way my soul felt before I visited you guys in Africa. There was something that I needed, and I know a lot of people have looked at the shows and their common denominator is this: You didn't show us enough of Africa. You didn't show us enough of Africa. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? That is a deep seated spiritual quest and desire that you have.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many videos or how many clips
Mm.
we show you of South
Never
Africa,
gonna be enough.
Yeah.
it's never gonna fulfill that desire.
Mm.
The only thing that will fulfill that desire is for you to go to Africa and see it and witness it for yourself.
Hmm.
Now, I hadn't told you this, Bunzy, but
Yeah.
this is our that was our last episode of the tour.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do next week, what we're going to do next week. See, okay, Johnny.
Okay.
Excuse me, my camera fell over. Um, we're going to show some continuous running videos that hasn't been edited, that you haven't seen of South Africa. We're going to let you see that side, and we're also going to put up how you can see and find the hidden link for yourself.
Mm.
We're planning a tour in May, the end of May or the first week in June. Um, the prices are very reasonable. Like I stated before, um, my two counterparts, they are not doing this for money. They are doing this because it's a spiritual thing, and they have quoted the prices for this tour very reasonable. And what is the price of the tour for 2 weeks?
It's about 1800 in that range for 2 weeks, including one meal, all the transportation, all the accommodation, except for your flights.
And all the entrance fees.
All the entrance fees, the activities, everything is included in that price.
And our bunch is going to put back up the itinerary and some
Yeah.
pictures of the 4-star bread and breakfasts that you will be staying in. You will get a taste of staying in a tribal village that is not a 5-star, but it is a 20-star
An
when it comes to the
experience. Yeah.
spiritualness of what you will experience. But the majority of the tour would be that of nice, very nice accommodations. Um, and we're going to talk about that next week. And we're going to show you next week some of the things that we saw that we haven't shown on the show. But as I stated earlier, this is not meant for everybody. And Johnny, why would you say that? I'm saying that because of the fact that we are reaching out to people that has something hidden within them and they're wanting to find what that is. We are not like Coca-Cola or McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. We're not out trying to gain the masses.
Mm.
We are out to try to open an avenue and a door for those who are looking for that thing that they haven't found to fulfill
Mm.
that thirst, that hunger,
Mhm.
and that's why the prices are so reasonable. Bonzi and Bonnie are very financially secure in their own other pursuits that they are pursuing. They are entrepreneurs in their own right. The poorest person on this cast is me. But my Father, the Most High, is rich, and
Amen.
He
Amen.
provides my every need, my every
Amen.
need. So, again, if anyone would like to call, have any questions, they may call 817-851-1457. We'll give a few more moments for someone to give us a call
Yeah.
Yes.
and see if they have any questions. And if you do, give us a call.
Mm. Yeah.
You
You
have any comments, Bunzi or Bunny?
Yeah, no, definitely, it's true. No matter how many videos we may post, it's never going to be enough. The fact that you have this desire to watch the videos, you want to see Africa, and I mean, it's completely different to what you've ever seen in the news, in the movies. It is not a war zone. There are no starving children on the street. There is no drought. It is as they saw for themselves. The reason why we decided to take this to do this road trip is for that people can see South Africa in its vastness, different climates in one season. There's different climates. It's tropical. It's dry in most parts. There are trees. There are oceans. There are houses, mansions, car dealerships. As most people in the trip were so shocked that we have got car dealerships. So there is so much to experience and to see for yourself. And as long as you have that inward desire, then it's a calling for you to come and experience, and it's an experience like you have never seen before. So something you'd like to say about it?
Yes, and we specifically made this trip a road trip. We could have flown from places to places, but one of our goals is for our guests to connect to the land. And the only way to connect to the land is by seeing it with your own eyes. It's you having conversations with the locals, experiencing the climate, seeing the climate change as we travel from maybe Gauteng, where it's very dry, to maybe towards the ocean, where it's, a bit more greener, or even towards Port St. John's, where now it's tropical, So it's this trip it's actually very labor intensive. Even for the people who are interested in coming, there's a lot of driving. I think our longest stretch is about 9 hours. We do a solid 9-hour stretch. Obviously, we have stops along the way, bathroom breaks, and to buy food. But since we want to see as much of South Africa as we can in these 2 weeks, we do a lot of driving. So people must be quite fit to do those long stretches. There's not a lot of long stretches. We try to stretch it out nicely, but there are one or two
We
quite.
have a call stand by.
Okay. Yay.
Thank you for calling Wild Words of Wisdom.
Yes. Could you mention the airlines that are available for this trip?
Yes, I had a question. Could you mention the airlines that are available for this trip?
Okay, from I think there's is there another call.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so I think there's like I think Delta also just launched a direct flight in South Africa. So Delta, is it Delta Airlines?
Yes, there is Delta.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I think they just recently launched a direct flight. American Airline is it? Yeah, I think there's most of the American airlines. You can either if you're connecting from your local state to a international airport like in LA or New York, or I'm not very sure. I mean,
DFW, Dallas.
yeah.
Mhm.
You can
Don't
get
forget Dallas.
from your state, yeah. But we do advise that you do get a direct flight if possible. Avoid connecting flights. How was the connecting flights for you, Uncle Johnny?
Well, I flew into Frankfurt,
Mm.
Germany, and I'm a
Days
people
was that?
watcher, so I enjoyed it immensely. But the flight was long, but I enjoyed it. So it was a thrill for me. But at the same token, oh, let me give you this hint as well. Uh, Airlines now are offering flex plans, FLEX plan, where you can go ahead and get your ticket, and then you can pay on it monthly at no finance charges at all. I checked
Wow.
Qatar Airlines about 2 weeks ago, and they had a direct flight round trip ticket for $1,100.
Wow.
So $1,100, and if you purchase a ticket now, they would do the flex plan. You would pay them so much per month until the ticket is paid off.
Mm.
And also, we're going to show you next week, and Buns is going to put on the Facebook page the itinerary. And also, those of you who are interested, I'm not in the picture, I'm just a spokesman. But you can contact them directly, and they will have that direct information, their email, and their telephone number, where you can give them a call, you can email them, or you can email me if you like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so you they can we'll show you next week and tell you how you can begin to pay on the accommodation side. Now the
Yeah.
accommodation side, you will pay that directly to a bank. What's the name of the bank?
It's B Squared Travel. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, it's
that's
Standard
the.
Bank. So it's a South African bank, and it's under the business account, which is B Squared Travels.
And what's the name of the bank?
At Standard Bank, South
The
Africa.
Standard Bank, which is
Yeah.
a reputable bank. So, but we'll get into that next week and into detail, and so we can go from there. If you're like me, you plan early, and by the time you
Mm.
get ready to go, your trip and everything is paid for,
Yeah.
and no finance charges.
Mm.
But we will give you an exact date as to when we will be leaving, and I guess we will firm that up next week. Next week as well.
Yes, definitely.
Are there any other phone calls? Any other questions? And that was a good question, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Call at 817-851-1457.
Mm. Yeah, and we'd advise that you can. I mean, even we do also offer an easy payment plans also. So if you don't have the full amount, you can start committing and start easing it off up until May or a month before the yeah in April up until yeah. So you can put some money aside so that you don't have to be in a corner when you have to pay and you have to leave. So yeah, do advise that also.
Okay, sounds great. Again,
Yeah.
that number is 817-851-1457. If you want to give us a call, we are going to be on the line for another 2 minutes, and then we're going to sign off.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week with further details
Yeah.
about the spiritual pilgrimage.
Yeah. You wanted to know the name of or the meaning of the song the songs that the kids were singing.
Yes, tell us about
Yeah.
that song.
The first one, they were singing Nkosi Sikelela Africa, which is the first part of our national anthem. Okay, we'll continue with
Okay,
that.
stand by. Thank you for calling Wild Words of Wisdom. Who's calling?
What type of weather? What type of weather is it during that time in
Oh,
the last of May?
did you hear the question?
Yeah, yeah. Heard the question.
Okay, continue with that.
Did you hear that question?
I heard that question. So June, it's in the middle of the South African winter. But fortunately, you're in Africa, so and the winter, it's not that as bad as I think you guys are used to. Um, the weather is it's not too cold during the day. It's fine. It might get a bit cold maybe in the night time, but during the day, oh, Banzi, can you convert the to Fahrenheit
Yeah.
because
Let me help you guys. Let me help you guys.
Yes,
yeah.
You
please.
saw the video in the beginning of the show where I did not. I had a shirt on with no sleeves.
I'm trying to look for that
Yes.
video. I'm trying to look for that video.
It
In the
is
middle of
not.
winter.
I mean, it. I love that winter. I'm telling you, I love that winter. I mean, it gets up to maybe 77 during the day,
Mm.
75, 74, and at night. Oh, I was so tickled. We were at the Bantu village, and I said, "Oh, it's going to be cold tonight. It's going to be cold tonight." So I'm sitting up here waiting to prepare for it to get cold. I went and requested more blankets to go on my bed. It got down to maybe 60 or 55 Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
and man, they thought that was cold.
We were
We're
freezing. We were
freezing.
like, oh, it's so cold.
And the nice thing about it is the fact that it's comfortable. You it's not hot. You know when it's hot in summer, and now summers can be hot. So it's comfortable weather. you can just put on a jacket and you'll be okay.
Yes.
And then at night we can stay in accommodations, have fires that can keep us warm, those bonding sessions. So it's actually a very nice time to travel. And the fact that it is off peak season, it's not very busy, because when it's summer, everyone is traveling. Prices of the tickets are expensive. Everything is busy. You can't enjoy fully. So now, when you're traveling to these sites, when you're going to see these activities, there's not a lot of tourists. There's not a lot of people travel around winter. So, and our winters are really not that uncomfortable. So we do advise that we travel around this time where prices are cheap. Airlines are not that busy. And it's just fun and just comfortable. Is there something you'd like to add?
Yes. And I mean, I suppose it's not cold for you guys, but for us, we are like, whoop, it's freezing. We are cold, and we watch that to Johnny. And we're like, oh, you're not cold, and you find I think I had 5 blankets that night. That I was like, oh, it is so cold. But I think it's because we're so we used to the warmer weather, and our winters are not as cold in the parts of South Africa that we travel. But there are parts, because South Africa is so diverse, there are parts of South Africa where it snows and it's really, really, really cold. But we don't go to those places. We just go past them. I think we don't. But maybe we'll do.
Some of us have never even seen snow.
Yes.
So
I was so
that's
surprised.
how I avoid the cold. And it's not even that fun. Yeah.
There were three points about the hidden link, and do you remember those 3 points? Of what 3 points did you gather as a result of us going through this journey of the hidden link?
You have to remind us.
Okay. The one is realizing that what is hidden can be found. That's the first thing. The second thing is to establish a personal relationship with your creator.
Yes.
And the third thing is to have eyes to see and ears to hear, because he will give you direction and he will give you opportunity. Um, like I said before, this whole thing is a spiritual pilgrim. It was a spiritual pilgrimage for me, and it still is. And I want to share this opportunity with other people. I didn't know you, Bunzy. I didn't know Bunny. I didn't know you until till I came to Africa, and I met you. And there is something about spiritual connections that God creates. It becomes meaningful. And I want people to come from America. I want people to go to South Africa. I want them to begin their journey of finding their hidden link. Just want to make this point. I am an ordained minister, but God did not create a religion. He created a way of life. And this trip is not, it's a spiritual trip, but it's not a religious trip. You've heard of CRT, critical race thinking, but there's also that acronym also represents something else, critical religious thinking. And oftentimes, critical religious thinking can separate us rather than unite us. And on that trip, we were united. We were different backgrounds, different cultures, but that spiritual side of God connected us. And I want this for everyone. I want everyone who are interested to pray about it. And once you pray about it, if God's given you eyes to see, if He's given you ears to hear, make it a point to come on this trip. You will not regret it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Bonnie, you want to lead us out in prayer since we didn't pray in the beginning,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
would you lead us out in prayer? And then, Bonzi, we end it with our theme closing. And
Yep.
we will see you next week. Oh, by the way, we will have a panel, Bonzi.
Yeah.
We will have a panel. We
Oh.
will have the ambassador of Port St. John.
Okay.
We will have you. We will have Bonnie.
Yes.
And hopefully, we talked about this guy named Ashley Brooks. He's playing professional football in Romania, and he's from Turks and Caicos.
Mm.
So we will have perspectives from five different individuals from five different backgrounds
Mm.
that we will discuss and go into detail about perspectives and their thoughts about the hidden link and who and how we relate to that.
Yes.
And then we're going to have those videos we're going to show non-interrupted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I
Yes.
think we can post the videos during the week as a
Yeah,
link.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna post videos on Facebook Live, Instagram, and YouTube, so you can see those videos.
Mhm.
They won't be edited. They will be unedited. They'll be fresh and raw, so you can see.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So you want to pray us out?
Oh, definitely. Sonini Nanini, great I am, King of Kings, Creator of the universe. We give you glory. We give you honor this evening. We lift your name on high. We say there is none like you. There is none that can be compared to you, Most High, the Father of the Bantu. We give you praise. We give you glory. We thank you for putting us in this platform. We thank you for all the people that are listening to us in this platform. We thank you for using our bodies as vessels for your glory. Somandla B squared is rooted in you. It is created by you. We are doing your work. Thank you for using us to connect your people to the land of their ancestors, to connect your people to the God of their ancestors. We give you praise, we give you glory, and as we start a new week, we pray, Somandla, that we will go in with power and humility and love. We give you all the praise and all the glory. Amen.
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 We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.